Okay, welcome back to Mystical and Mythical Talmudic Teachings, episode 8. And today, it's kind of a return to a theme that we discussed in a previous episode, and that is the discussion of the amount of watches of the night. Tanu Rabbanan, our rabbis taught, the sages taught it in the Tosefta. Arba Mishmaros Have Halayla, the night comprises of 4 watches. That is, the night is divided into 4 periods. This is the statement of Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi, Divrei Rabbi. Rabbi Nassan Omer, Sholosh, Rabbi Natan says the night is comprised of 3 watches. It seems like a pointless argument. How many watches are there in the night? And then the plot thickens. What is the rationale of Rabbi Nassan? My time de Rabbi Nassan. He brings a verse, Tichsiv, as it is written in Melachim, Shoftim, Vayovo Gidon, and Gideon, Umea ish asher ito b'ktzei hamachane, and the 100 men who were with him came to the edge of the camp. Rosh ha'ashmores hatichona, at the beginning of the middle watch. And so he describes, therefore, a middle watch, which is Tana, Ein Tichona el sheyesh lefanehu u'la'achareha. The middle watch means that there's 1 watch before and there's 1 watch after. And therefore, it implies that there are only 3 watches in the night. So how does Rabbi explain this? Rabbi my Tichona. The Gemara answers, Achas min hatichonos shabatichonos. It is one of the middle watches. That is to say, there can be 2 watches in the night, in this sort of the in-between watches, and this is at the beginning of the middle watch, referring to one of the middle watches. Rabbi Nassan, how does he deal with Rabbi Yehuda's explanation? Miksiv tichonos shabatichonos, tichona ksiv. Rabbi Nassan rejects this explanation, saying that it can't be because it only refers to 1 middle watch. So they go back and forth discussing this. If there are 3 watches, there are 4 watches. And now he goes to the other side. Let's understand my time de Rabbi. What is the rationale of Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi? Rabbi Zrika, Rabbi Ami. Rabbi Zrika said in the name of Rabbi Ami, who said in the name of Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi. King David says, I wake up at midnight to give thanks to you for your righteous laws. Another verse writes, Kidmu einai ashmuros, my eyes precede the watches. So we know that he woke up at midnight and that he was up before watches, plural, which means Haketzad arba mishmaros have halayla. Thus, there must be 4 watches in the night. So I wondered, what is this discussion about whether there are 3 watches or 4 watches? And what is these proofs that they're bringing? And I found some beautiful teachings about the difference between the number 3 and the number 4 as it relates to the nighttime. So first of all, the night refers to a time of darkness, a time of mystery, a time of concealment. And there are 2 potential ways of looking at the concealment, the darkness of the night. One possibility is that we understand the concealment to be made up of 3 watches. And in this case, a watch could refer to mishmar in the sense of being imprisoned. And the number 3 corresponds to the 3 prayers that we give each day, the morning, afternoon, and evening prayer, also corresponding to our 3 patriarchs. And this therefore says that there are 3 watches in the night in which the angels pray, mirroring our daily prayer. The difference is that this is at a time when we're sleeping. So let's think about why we sleep. We sleep in order to gain strength for the next day. And so this time of divine concealment is, in a sense, it's a time of sleep for us. This mystery is a time in which the angels are praying, in which to say the angels are not the ones who are bringing about the divine will on earth. The angels are merely tools of God to prepare the stage in which human beings, through our acts of struggle and service during the daytime, would be able to serve God and fulfill the purpose of creation. And so these 3 watches of the night are in essence saying that they serve no inherent purpose. They are only a time of sleep in order to prepare a stage in which we will, when we wake up, reveal their purpose. And so therefore, the proof is from the story of Gideon, which is at a time of battle. And this brings a kind of adversarial relationship with the darkness. That is to say, that when we wake up in the morning, we are arriving in a world prepared by 3 watches of angels in which there was absolutely no divine purpose realized in that moment. And our challenge then when we wake up is to do battle through our acts of service and struggle, through our human works, to reveal the purpose of what took place in the night. But it's not a relationship, meaning we are arriving in a physical world that we are struggling against. And in this sense, the 3 watches of the night refer to our adversarial relationship that we have with the concealment of God that exists in the physical world, in the material world. Whereas Rabbi Nosson refers to there being 4 watches of the night. And the 4 watches are actually relating, the number 4 in Kabbalistic symbolism refers to the 4 divine elements of the sublime Merkava of the divine chariot. Or another example of this might be the 4 letters of God's name, Yud-Ke Vav-Ke. And so in that sense, the 4 watches of the night refer to a secret, sublime divine mystery in which our relationship with that is one of praise and one of worship. And that we would realize that the darkness of the night is not, according to Rabbi Nosson, is not a concealment of God's presence. Rather, it is the pregnancy of something magical, of something mystical, of something beyond our ability to comprehend. And our response with such a darkness must only be to, in that moment of darkness, give thanks and give praise and try to commune with the mystery that is there in that darkness. And so I think in our life, in this moment, there are really 2 ways in which we might confront this time of darkness and this time of challenge. One says, let's try our best to try and endure in this darkness and to try and hold on to some sense of normalcy. Let's try and keep up doing the things that we did when life was quote unquote normal. And this would be the view of Rabbi Yehuda Hanassi of Rebbe, who says that there are 3 watches in the night and our relationship with that is adversarial. Whereas Rabbi Nosson would say that the 4 watches of the night refer to the 4 matriarchs, refer to a concealed mystery of a sublime gift. And that therefore, in this time of darkness, in this time of concealment, we should be trying to say, what is the new thing, the previously non-existent reality that we can't really understand and can't really connect to because it's so new and so revolutionary. What is this new world that's being born? And let's try and commune with it and experience it and open ourselves up to it so that we can receive the nasan, so that we can receive the gift that God is giving us in this brand new time.